feature some movies for you. Wow. And take some calls from a guest or two. So forget everything that you knew about the people in the movies, cause she has no clue. Kristy doesn't know movies. Wow. Kristy doesn't know movies. Wow. Kristy doesn't know movies.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another very good episode of Kristy Doesn't Know Movies. How are you doing?
I can't promise that it's very good, but alright.
How are you doing?
I am does.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right.
As does.
I'm glad to hear you're bringing that big time energy to the show that the fans came to adore.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
We're focusing on a beloved trilogy this episode, the 90s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle trilogy. How do you feel about that?
I'm feeling indifferent because I don't know much about them.
Okay.
So it'll be interesting.
That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You ready for a movie?
Yeah, might as well.
What do you think 1990s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is about?
Okay, so the first one is the origin story of the turtles. So it follows follows the turtles from when they were young. And now I believe their background story is that some little shit kid got some turtles for Christmas or some shit, or its birthday. He got 4 turtles for an occasion. Why 4? No reason. No parent should buy their kid 4 of any kind of pet, especially if it's the kid's first pet.
Right.
So this kid was a sadist or something and decided to flush the turtles down the toilet. And the kid also lived in close proximity to a nuclear power company.
Yeah.
And so there was some runoff in the sewers from this company. So when the kid flushed the turtles, it was at the very same time that, first of all, even though they were baby turtles are still pretty big, and I think they get clogged in your toilet. But all 4 of them made it down at the exact same fucking time, and they got mixed in with this nuclear ooze, and because of that, they all got bigger than human size.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just horrific how big they got. And they're all named after famous artists. So
can you name them?
Their names. Do I have to? Okay, the purple one is Donatello. The red one is Michelangelo. The orange one is Raphael.
Right.
And I don't remember. I think the last one's blue. Fuck, which ones have I already named?
Take a guess.
Leonardo.
Okay. Continue.
Because every time in my head I have to be Da Vinci, but then I'm no, it's the other part of his name, and then I have to think of what the fuck Da Vinci's first name.
You don't want to offend this fan base.
Yeah. Anyways, so they meet a rat who has also been fucked up by toxic ooze and was probably also flushed by probably the same little sadist kid, but this was the kid's first pet. And so its name is Shredder or something. And then so they follow Master Shredder and he teaches them kung fu for no fucking reason. And so he I don't know how they like also get sewer pizza, and I feel like they couldn't get delivery, but they constantly acquire pizza, and they're like I mean they're teenagers, but they were babies when they were flushed. So okay, so the first movie looks at them when they were babies, and then they meet the rat, and he's like, I'm gonna teach you how to fight so you can protect the city? I don't know why the rat is like interested in protecting the city. Like all of these animals have been fucked over by the same kid. Like they should hate humans. They
Protect the
should be
city
the
from what?
villains. Hmm?
Protect the city from what?
Ninjas? Other ninjas?
In what
Um,
capacity?
they what do you mean? They ninja fight other okay, first they probably take on the nuclear power plant. That's probably the first thing. But for some reason, the nuclear power plant is owned by like the Japanese. And so they have all these ninjas. So the Ninja Turtles need to fight so that they can go and like confront the nuclear power company and be like, you're dumping toxic waste. That's not tubular, dude. Because that's how they talk.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so like they have to go and like get revenge, but they're also protecting the city. They don't I feel like they don't mean to protect the city. They just want to go get revenge, but in doing so, they stop the nuclear power plant from like nuclear poisoning and killing a lot of people in the city.
Okay.
And then so there's definitely some reporter chick and she's just like,
What's her name?
"Oh, like these mysterious turtle men save the city. Huzzah for the turtle people." And then so they see this praise and they're like, shit, that made me feel good that people are like thanking us. So I'm going to go do more of that. And so that's why in the next movie, they continue to save the city.
Okay.
Because first it was a revenge mission. And then the next movie, they end up wanting to save the
We'll
city.
get there.
Okay.
Anything else you want to add to this one?
It probably I feel like they were fairly confident in this movie for no reason because they shouldn't have been. Um so they like at the end of it they definitely were like pushing for a sequel. Like they confidently put in like a thing like next time in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. And then it like shows the kid who flushed them like having like toxic powers or something from living like directly beside the nuclear plant.
Okay.
So like the next movie is definitely connected to the first
All right.
one.
Moving right along. Kristy, what do you think Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 The Secret of the Ooze is about? This is 1991,
That's-
by the way.
It was building up. So this one is where so the nuclear power plant thing is gone, but there's still all this ooze around the city, right? The nuclear ooze. So they have to like I mean they already know it's not a secret what it is. It was a fucking nuclear waste. Anyway, so um the secret of the ooze, I guess, is that it can give certain beings special powers. So sadist kid. He's evolved from having rats to turtles. Now he's had dogs. But he finds a patch of this ooze and he starts just rubbing his dogs in it. And then his dogs become like super smart and they can talk and he can teach them kung fu. And so this kid and it's like, Mom, I need another dog. And so he just keeps getting his parents to like buy dogs. And then he eventually makes them like buy a kennel so that he can have more nuclear dogs to teach Kung Fu. And so he keeps doing this, and then one day he rolls himself in the ooze, and he becomes like um that fucking villain that's like constantly.
What's the name?
Is that one Shredder?
Maybe.
I think it fucked up with the rat. I don't know what the rat's
Maybe you
name
did.
is.
Maybe you didn't.
Um, maybe they're both named Shredder.
Maybe.
Um, yeah. So the fucking ninja guy, like that's what the kid turns into. Um, he's got his pack of fucking nuclear dogs, and they're just like roaming around the city, like looting and stealing shit, because that's what he's trained them to do. And so the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are like, this is a perfect opportunity for us to get high on some praise again, and then maybe people will give us pizza. So they decide that they're going to take up their nunchucks again and go fucking fight nuclear dogs. Um, and so they do that, and they fight them like in a lot of dark alleys so that their gross special effects can work. Um, yeah, it's just a lot of fight scenes. At one point, they're probably like looking like they're not gonna win because they're fighting the dogs, and they're like, we're winning, we're gonna get pizza." And then like the sadist kid comes in as like a full-on adult at this point, a full adult, nuclear adult, and he's just like, "I'm gonna ninja star you." And so he just starts like repeatedly chucking ninja stars at them. Probably like way too many for him to have realistically been carrying. He's just like, star, 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 star. And it's like, where the fuck have you been keeping all these? Like, it's not very logical. But again, it is about giant fucking turtles.
Fair enough.
And yeah, so like he fights them, and then they go back to their sewer, and they're like, what are we gonna do? And then like Nuclear Kid and his wild dogs track them back to the sewer and like probably destroy all their posters of pizza and their guitars and whatever else teenagers were into in the early night, their skateboards. And so they go and they trash their place, which is already trash, so they shouldn't really care that much.
Right.
And so now the turtles are mad, and now it's personal, even though it should have been personal because that kid flushed them in the first place. And so they band together harder than ever to ninja harder than they ever thought they could. And in the end, they probably realize that if they roll in the ooze again, it will like unlock a secret hidden power within each of them that they can combine like the fucking Power Rangers, and they use like all their powers together to create like a prism, and then they just
What, a four-sided prism?
yes.
Okay.
They just like they do like this beam of like the various lights. It's like a rainbow beam, and they use that, and it like de-oozifies Shredder, and then he's just a normal sadist kid again, and all his dogs are normal like dogs again. And then they're like, hey, you can't just destroy everything. And he's like, oh shit, I've learned my lesson. He hasn't learned his lesson. He'll be back in the next movie. Is basically it. Like, there's no repercussions for a little oozy kid. You can't do much to a child. They should have left him as an adult and got him locked up.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Moving right along.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think 1993's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 is about?
I think they had to get a girl in this one because people were like, you have literally no females in your movie. And they're like, all right. So they probably made like the Pink Turtle or something. And her
What's
name
her name?
was probably some other famous painter from the time.
Who?
I don't know, fucking Kathy or something. Um, So Kathy the turtle joins forces. It probably turns out that when the kid flushed the turtles, there was actually a fifth turtle that was his sister's turtle. Um,
Can you hold on? Can you
hmm.
name them all again? All five turtles?
You got Michelangelo,
Uh huh.
Raphael,
Uh huh.
Leonardo.
Uh huh.
Did I already say Michelangelo?
Yes.
I can't remember if that's the one I'm missing.
Take a stab.
Michelangelo,
You already said that.
Leonardo,
You already said
Raphael.
that.
Fuck.
You just had it.
Yeah, I know, but I can't remember. And Kathy.
And Kathy. Okay. Continue.
What the fuck? I can't remember. Okay, anyways. Their names don't matter. They're turtles. So yeah, it turns out that little shit kid, he had also flushed his sister's turtle because for some reason he got 4 turtles and she only got 1. But he flushed that turtle like a bit later, and so that one she was on her own, so she doesn't she still fights because she was just like on her own, had to learn the ways of the street and the sewer because like she was also fighting off those ooze dogs from the last movie. And
Uh
so
huh.
she just has like a wild way of fighting. And so like one day one of them, the red one, I don't remember that one's name. The red one
Yes.
is just like, I had too much pizza. I have diarrhea, and like ran off into the sewer to like shit from bad pizza. And he's going, and then all of a sudden he like hears something, and he's like, "Hey, is someone there?" And then like it turns out that it's Kathy, and she's been like following him, and he's like, "Whoa, like there's a girl turtle." So most of the movie is focused on all 4 of them horning after her and her like being like, "Guys, we need to go fight. Like this is happening in the city." And they're just like, "I'll do anything for you, baby. I love you more than pizza." And like that's basically how the movie went, is that she was trying to get shit done, and they had like little turtly erections following her around.
Oh my god.
And so she became like the leader solely based off of hormones because she could keep her shit together and the rest of them couldn't. And
Wow.
yeah, their fucking rat dad probably had to tell them at some point, like, fucking stop it.
Is
She's
there a villain in this movie, or are they just like going around without reason?
their Shredder came back. Wait, what's the movie called again?
Just TMNT 3.
Okay. Yeah, Shredder came back. Um this That's probably the only like villain they could pass off, because weren't like all of the other villains of the comics like grotesque things? They probably didn't have the budget for that, so they were just like, let's just put another man in a like samurai looking outfit, and like that's good enough. If they had to
Wow.
like pay for another puppet, it was bad enough they had to pay for Kathy. They probably didn't even have enough money to do like a Kathy like full on thing, so they just like attached like titties to one of the normal costumes, and they basically just like had a bra to attach her normal
Fucking
costume, so you only saw Kathy in a scene with like 3 of the other turtles at the same time, or like in the
fucking
shot with them,
Kathy.
because Kathy was just like a fucking a pink thing around her eyes, and then like a turtle bra, but it was just one of the other boy turtle costumes. with those two
Wow.
attachments. They didn't have the budget. The second one, people liked it, but it still didn't do very well. People were just waiting for it to be on TV, and then they just like record it on a VHS.
How does it end?
Catchy chooses not to be with any of them and runs off into the night, and then they leave it open for a fourth movie where it's like search for Catchy, but they never got that far because this one flopped.
What an anticlimactic third movie in the trilogy.
Oh, they beat Shredder.
The love
And then
story.
they're
after,
all like, so which one of us are you gonna be with, baby? Did you see me flexing my muscles as I ripped his hand off? And she's just like, maybe I'll decide tomorrow morning. We should all get some good sleep. And then she runs off in the night and leaves them a letter like, Dear Turtles, you're fucking weird. Stop creeping after me. I've left. I should be on my own again. I'm too distracting for you and your fucking hormones right now that you can't control, you raging perverts. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah,
Alrighty.
this is the movie. Catchy runs off into the night.
We're going to end the episode with turtle trivia. How do you feel about that?
It's going to be real bad.
Okay.
Trivia time.
Here we go. TMNT started as a comic book. True or false?
True.
Correct.
Wow.
What is the name of the group that serves as the turtles' nemesis? The hand, the head, or the foot?
Fuck. It's not the hand. They're making fun of the hand because that's from fucking Iron Fist. So I think it was the foot.
Uh-huh.
The foot?
Very, very large brain.
Very good.
I watched. Do you know the show The Toys That Made Us? It's a documentary about old toys. I'm pretty sure I watched
Yep.
one about Ninja Turtles.
Cool.
So that's
All
where
right.
all of this is coming from.
Who are the turtles named after? World leaders, writers, or artists?
Artists.
Congratulations!
Oh, am I gonna
Wow.
ace this trivia?
I don't know, maybe. Who acts as the turtles' de facto father? Splinter, Shredder, or Silver?
I think it's Splinter.
Oh my god.
Holy shit!
Is that 4? 4 for 4?
You only had 4 questions?
I got one more for you.
Shit. Okay.
Hold on a sec.
Alright. Are you looking one up because I got perfect and you try to find a harder one? Bitch.
Yes.
Wow.
Sorry. Just hold on a minute. Do 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 do. These are too easy. Okay, here we go. Which turtle uses nunchucks as his weapon of choice? Leonardo, Michelangelo, or Donatello?
That's the one I was forgetting. Okay.
Nunchucks.
You're a dick. I think it's Michelangelo.
Oh my god.
Yes!
Wow. 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 Wow.
Very, very large brain. Congratulations!
Wow.
Very, very large brain. Congratulations!
Greatest.
Congratulations!
Fucking
Very
awesome.
good.
I thought you were gonna ask me what's the name of the girl Ninja Turtle, so I totally Googled it, and it's not Catchy, it's Venus.
I can't believe you got 5 out of 5.
Yes.
This is the first time in the history of the show you've aced a trivia segment.
Right?
Very good. I'm proud.
Ugh.
I'll give you another wow.
I'm horrified. There's no reason I should have gotten any of that.
Alrighty, that's the episode. Thanks for listening, folks. Tune in next time.
Bye.
Bye.